I didn't want to text you about it. So I was like, I'm going to ruin the tour. Like,
oh my God.
the world
tour.
We're at Cherry Lane Theater.
Yes, I've always wanted to come. Thanks for having
Thanks for being here.
I'm very excited to be here and talk about this record that I love and I got access to a few days ago, which is just very awesome. I've been listening to it a bunch.
Girl.
I have that link. I'm so scared that it's gonna like leak and I'm gonna be like the patient zero of the leak. I was like, no way. I have to encrypt this.
Spreader.
Yeah,
no, thank you for doing this and for listening to it early. And also just a nice
obsessed.
excuse to be together.
I know. We saw each other at like a Met Gala after party and we were like, oh my God, we get 2 hours to hang out. Like that never happens.
Yeah, it's so rare.
I was just like, 2 ships passing in the night.
I know. You just came from Barcelona.
Yes. It was very fun.
You're everywhere. You're everywhere at once somehow. I remember like virtually meeting you over Instagram DM.
Oh yeah.
When we were this big.
Literally babies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually so sweet. I do remember that.
And then I don't think we saw each other again till Sour
tour. Wow. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Yeah, we were on tour together so much.
Do you remember that last night and we did that like prom thing?
Yes.
I got norovirus that night.
Oh my God.
And
I'm
I
so
kept
sorry.
thinking,
talk about super spreader.
No, I literally
at the prom.
I was like vomiting on the plane ride home that next morning, and I didn't want to text you about it. So I was like, I'm gonna ruin the tour. Like,
oh my God.
The world
tour. Oh my God.
Anyway,
no, it's so funny. But when I remember finding your Instagram, it's so funny that just the songwriters of Instagram these days. It's like how it happens. But I remember finding when I was like 14 or 15, and truly, I'm not blowing smoke. I remember being so inspired by you, and like sort of like you and people like that. Like, but especially like watching you play piano or like play guitar in your room and like write all these beautiful songs was very inspiring to me as a young person, just being like, oh, I don't need to like go into a studio or like do all this like crazy shit. I can just be in my room and write about my life in a way that was so inspiring to me. And your music has always been so inspiring, truly like.
Well, that's how I feel about yours.
And this record is no exception. I like listened to it and I was like, I gotta go right now. Like I'm so inspired. Like there's just something, I think that's the coolest thing that you can do as an artist. That's always like the goalpost for me. If I can like write something that inspires someone else to like want to pick up a guitar or like
100%.
moves them in some way that they feel like they need to express themselves, I feel like that's a job well done, and your music is like totally 100% that for me. So.
Thank you.
So tell me about the title of the album, which I love.
Thanks.
And then I want to go track by track because I fucking love it and I have so much to say.
Let's do it. Okay, great. Daughter from Hell is a track on the album.
Yes, love that track. It's one of my favorites.
Thank you. That was one of the last, I think maybe like, maybe it was the last song you wrote. It was one of the last days in the studio for the album, and it felt so obvious to me as soon as I wrote it that would be the title, which was amazing, because I've never had that feeling with naming things in the past.
It's hard, it's really tough.
It's hard, and this felt so right, and I feel like throughout the process of this whole album, like, how do I say it? I think actually what it really is like in having time to sort of hibernate, hearing my own voice inside my body again for the first time, there's just like more clarity that comes with that, and I was sort of letting that feeling dictate lots of the choices around this album. So Daughter from Hell is a song that really is a love letter to my mom.
Oh,
and
I could cry.
I know, and like an apology.
Yeah.
And also like the like big reveal that I don't know if I will ever live up to the woman that she is.
Oh my God.
I know. No, I really like I'm like trying to like not think about it. But it really.
What was it like when you played it for her? I'm literally teary-eyed. I listened to the song. That was the song I was on the plane and I was like, oh my God. Like
I sobbed the whole time I wrote it. I sobbed the whole time. So.
But it's really, but what I like about it though is like, I feel like I've tried to write a song about my mom and it's just such an intense feeling of love that like, I can't do anything. I'm just like, oh, I hate it so much. But the song has like restraint and is so beautiful and like it's not super overt too. The first time I listened to it, I didn't know what it was about. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
totally.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you. Aaron was playing, we were making it in London. He was playing this amazing baritone. He was just playing the like baritone guitar and it was like in this great open tuning, and I made me feel like my ribs were cracking open.
Yeah.
And I went into, I don't know how your brain works in sessions, but like if there's music playing, like if he's working on a track, for example, building something out, I cannot hear anything. So I will leave the studio, whether it's like outdoors or just into like a different booth or whatever, where it's completely silent, and I'll write everything that I hear, and then I'll come back and be like, does that make sense? And so I left, and I went into a room by myself, and I started writing it, and I was like crying in a way where then when I was in there, I was like, how do I go back with, like, my eyes get so swollen, like when I cry I look like I have an allergic reaction, like huge, like puffy, like awful. And I was like, I need to lie. Like, I need to lie. What horrible thing
London allergies.
Yeah, like, God, it's like really bad. And then anyway, went back in the studio and did the whole thing, and it just really like hurt in a great way. It just ached.
Yeah, it aches.
It ached.
It aches as a listener.
I love my mom. Like, I call her all the time. I love her. That's the song.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can be the kind of person that she is.
So beautiful. It's so intense and layered. There's like, obviously the love is so palpable, but it's the like wanting to live up to it. There's almost like an element of like shame or something.
Yeah, no, it's like shame forward for sure.
But in a way that just like is so moving and just like pulls on your heartstrings like crazy. And I was so excited when that song came on too. The sonics of it are so beautiful, and I never heard you like do anything like that before, and it was really like thrilling to me as the listener. It felt like heavy and raw, and
thanks.
Like I loved it a lot.
Thank you. I think like the reason that felt like the right title as well is because I would not have at any point prior to that day and at this age in my life had the perspective to write it. And like I was brutal growing up to my parents. Like I was like really like hard on them. And I think when you're in a place where your relationships with your family are like full of intense friction, you never believe, like when you're a kid and that's your reality, you never think they'll be different. And you certainly never think you'll want as much time as you can get with them. Like, and I think the way that I feel right now in terms of the kind of like fun we're talking about and peace we want to sustain, and like having our feet rooted where we are, I don't know what it is, probably the times that we're living in and the amount of pain in the world, but like none of us have any idea how long we're gonna be here. And I want as much of my time left here spent with the people that I love, and there's no one in the world I love the way that I love my mom. And so this album as a whole, I think like regardless of that song, like I think I was careful about writing about conflict and pain from less of a place of pointing fingers and more so of having been on both sides, like of both the protagonist and the antagonist of each song. Like there's songs about tough friendships or a kind of a breakup, and it's like I've now lived long enough to have been both the unreliable friend and both the person who's been dumped, like the person that's left. And I was careless in the past writing music about how it might impact the subject, and I don't like that. I don't like having done that. I wish I could go back and fix it, and I feel like moving forward, starting with this album, I think there's a way that you can write music about people and be as honest as you want and need to be, and deliver it without cruelty.
Sure.
So I think I don't know. Maybe this album is like full of just like new aspirations for the kind of adult I hope I become.
I love it. I mean, creatively, it does have like a lot of like restraint in a way that I find so beautiful and so hard to pull off. I think sometimes when I'm writing songs too, I'm like, the knee-jerk reactions to be like, ugh, here's like everything.
Of course, though.
And you just like put it so beautifully and tactfully, and yeah, there's so many like layers. I guess I've listened to it twice, and the first time I listened to it, I loved it, and the second time I listened to it, I was like, oh my God, there's so many more things that I like can like unpack, and I think that that's so exciting for a listener and just like keeps you on the edge of your seat. And I'm sure like my fifth and sixth listen, I'll still find more to talk about. All right.
Okay.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Cheese.
She's loading.
Wait, just give her a sec.
You got it. She's thinking about it.
That's a true candid right there, baby.
Now what? Now we start drinking.
Now we take a spritz home.
Shall we go over there?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Do one like maybe like
Lying on the table?
Yeah, I'm creative directing this shit.
Is this sturdy enough? No. Here, I'll come around this side.
Cute. Good night. Bye. Cold goodbye. Cold goodbye. It's a single art that I just
In
took.
what world is this the natural pose? I'm like, is it time to hide now?
It's like sardines. Okay. You know, what'd be cute? What if we got our shoes,
Our shoes
on there?
together? Yeah,
Yeah.
love. My
Okay.
You'd be cute. In the light? In the light?
Or yeah.
The stars?
We don't have enough people. This is terrible. Wait, that's kind of cute.
For who?
For me. Walk me through
Oh, yeah.
the nexus of the ideas and like what you were trying to, you know, express and how it started and what it looks like making it.
This album started technically 2 years ago while we were on tour for Secret of Us. The day that we recorded That's So True and I Told You Things, I also wrote Cold Goodbyes and recorded that song, and that was like kind of a funny...
Damn, it's a productive day.
It was a
that.
productive
That's
day,
awesome.
but it was also this funny like backward start for this album that I didn't anticipate. And
Right, because Cold Goodbyes is the last song.
last song, and like it felt like this, looking at it now, I'm like, it's such a nice kind of spider web of how all these songs are connected.
Can you write stuff on tour? Like,
Like
are you,
it's
like,
a
in the bus?
totally rare day.
Yeah,
If I you know what I mean? I have an OP. Do you have an OP1?
Yeah.
Okay, that's like my favorite toy.
I don't know how to use it very well yet. You have to teach me.
I'll-
Every time I
I'll
do it, it's
teach
like,
you.
oh, okay, I made a ringtone. Like, it like, sounds so wrong.
Me at the beginning of hit the wall. I'm like, no, it totally, it's the best thing. I'll show you.
Okay,
I'll show you how to get deeper. I still need to learn like all the inner workings, but on tour, I feel like when I'm not like Secret of Us is so acoustic guitar heavy that when the show is over, I'm like, I don't want to look at it.
Yeah. Get that guitar out of here.
Get it out. So I would just use the OP1, which was a great start for finding kind of weird sounds that all made their way into the album. But sometimes on the hamster wheel of like tour, or sometimes maybe like answering the same question over and over again, there's this weird, uncomfortable silencing of your own like internal voice. For both of us, I know, not to speak for you, but I know how like writing is the way we process. So I was scared when tour ended at the idea of making something new, because I thought I had nothing to say, and I also didn't really like myself. Like I didn't like how I was feeling when I was alone, which was rare all of a sudden. It was like new to be alone all of a sudden. And Aaron has always kind of been this medicine when I felt that way, and when I felt at my best. Like there's something about his playing that always makes me feel awake to a feeling that I wasn't looking at, or that I didn't feel I could, I don't know, didn't have the capacity to articulate or something.
That's a gorgeous way of putting it. Wow, I love that.
He's like a wizard.
Did you make
I
the
don't
whole
know.
album with Aaron?
Yeah.
Love.
And Dan worked on Look at My Life, which was amazing. I was like, I feel like we need like some like slamming Dan right now for this. Anyway, so then when we started working on it in the studio, there were like some really fun days and some totally depressing days where I felt like we were flailing, and I had the kind of fear of, is this not working at all? And like, are we not gonna collaborate on this next one together? And it was, you know, with his patience and support and encouragement, and I think my time, like having real time for the first time in 4 years to be in one place.
How long did it take to make this?
Well, it technically started 2 years ago, but then really like August of last year till a month ago, 2 months ago.
Okay, love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to like have no distractions and focus on the writing. I feel like in our jobs,
Yeah.
it's kind of a weird thing that I've been realizing lately. I'm like, I love writing songs. That's the reason like you and I think got into this is because there's just something addicting about like expressing something and it being exactly the way that you wanted to say it, and like just like that's the bread and butter of like I think like why we got into it and why we love it. And it's really hard to carve out time to be like, I'm just gonna focus on this. I'm gonna like be inspired and like give my all to it, because there's just so many things in the world. And also you've been on tour for so long and you're like, I wanna see my family and my friends and like.
Yeah, I think it's like you wanna like be able, like I definitely feel like on this album I referenced in a few places what like the strange fishbowl feeling. But also I wanna be able to write about like life outside of doing the thing. And for me, like I wonder how it has unraveled for you, but like I had no ambitions to be a performer in any sense. I just loved writing. So all of these wild opportunities that are so lucky that have come as a result of the writing, like were never on my bucket list. But then what we were saying again before cameras is that like there's so much that can be made to feel like it's an emergency or it's the biggest deal or like everyone is looking at you, everyone cares. And it's like in reality, that isn't remotely true, and the world is so big, and I'm grateful to tour that it like lets you remember that, you know, in many ways. But right now, like when I think about this album, writing it from a place of not having thought there was anything to say, I actually like, this album to me, it feels like it is defining this decade, like being in our 20s, where it's this in-between.
What's your favorite lyric off the record?
My favorite lyric, I think there's a song called Humming.
Yeah, I love that one. That was when you were talking about like how there's so much pain in the world and we live in these crazy times. Like that's a song that I thought about. It's such a beautiful way to sort of frame that. I think that song Humming, it's like a beautiful positive. It's like there's all of this crap. I mean, you have your own meaning to the song, but from my perspective, I was like, there's just all this awful cruelty going on in the world, and it's like that can turn you bitter and angry, and I'm sure it does, but also it turns you, you know, also very soft, and like this is the thing that's the most important, and like and connects people in an interesting way.
I find it so confusing to be our age right now, where like we've grown up with the kinds of leaders that like are in office right now, for example, and I think that the amount of power they have in using it to invoke fear and to make people feel unsafe is like, for that to be our example at the highest level in our government right now is like really upsetting and really confusing, and I think is in many ways so purposeful to make us feel so afraid that we then disconnect as a result of our helplessness. And I feel like lots of the songs to me feel like more existential than diaristic, but that song in particular, the lyric that comes to mind when you ask that question is, I'm convinced our sinking ship will sing as it goes down, like haunting hymns keep echoing after we're in the ground. And I think when I wrote that, I think it comes from this place of understanding, or just having eyes and ears and a heart, and like knowing that so many people are in the midst of such despair and pain, and but that I really do believe in us. Like I do believe that there are more of us than them, and my just more light, and I hope, and I have hope for us yet, and anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up the track because I have so much to say. Tell me about Hit the Wall. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to hear it live.
Thank you.
I
know
love
it's
the lyrics.
so fun live right now.
Tell me about how that came to be.
I was here. We made it at Electric Lady.
Cute.
And we were like sort of in the middle of the process of making lots of different fragments of things and feeling quite disconnected. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I think I was right that I have nothing to say. Like, what's going on? And I honestly I was really missing Audrey. And I was walking from Chelsea down to the studio, and like so corny. I was like crying. Like I had my like sunglasses on. I was like walking down. I kept being like, really like crying in a way that it was like I missed her. I wanted to call her. It was like it was like I tried to FaceTime her and she was asleep. It was like such a cute loneliness that was just kind of tearing me apart inside that day. And I got to the studio and Aaron had been there earlier than I got in, and he had been making what was the beginning of that song. The samples that you hear at the beginning are him sampling himself playing piano and making this weird kind of great loop, and then playing these chords that just it perfectly matched
how you're feeling.
How I was feeling. It was like one of those like moments that like makes you remember how lucky we are to get to have the instinct to write things and make things when it just connects in that way. And I don't know how I have so many questions for you about your process, but like, which you've been asked, I'm sure, a trillion times. But like for me on this album, there are a handful of songs, Hit the Wall being one of them, where I remember being like, okay, I'm gonna sit down, write this, and I forget the entire, black out, and then the song is done.
Yeah.
And hearing it back, I was like, oh, I know this was gonna be the introduction to the album. I love how we produced it, and I feel like I needed to put words to a lot of the feelings that like I knew I was carrying on tour, but
did it feel like a catharsis?
Yeah, it was what you. It's like the vomiting up of like kind of intrusive thought to an extent, but also feeling like once you have somewhere to put it, it's less heavy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Thanks,
It's been stuck in my head. The other one that's been stuck in my head, like in a way that's annoying, is Men Like You. It's not annoying, I love it,
Oh my
but
God,
like
I'm so glad.
I literally was going to bed last night and like the like post-chorus thing, I was like, oh my God, I can't get it out. Yeah.
So annoying.
Good.
So annoying.
So good. Actually, I think Death Wish is my favorite song.
Oh, thank you.
I remember watching the video of you performing at the O2 and being like, oh my God, like, that song is so beautiful, and every lyric feels so poignant. Like it feels like there's no filler lyrics in it. It's just like perfect, and I love that song. And that was another one that was making me really misty-eyed yesterday, and can't talk about it. Like it was so gorgeous.
Thank you.
Daughter from Home we talked about. That one really got me. I like called my mom after I listened. I'm like, hey, I love you. Minibar, so good. You were with Audrey, right?
Yes, we were at that the same week we did That's So True.
Oh, really?
So I feel like there's kind of like a zippy like
they feel like
attitude.
sisters.
Yeah, total.
For sure.
Yeah.
Affliction's also one of my favorites. That really got me. I think it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And that's something that I've been kind of like toying with in my own record, is like it's really hard to write a love song without feeling like, yay, like this guy's hot, my life's so cool right now.
Yeah, no, it's brutal.
You know what I
It's
mean?
brutal.
But that song really captures what it feels like to be in love in a way that's like kind of like gut-wrenching, and I just adore it. There's so many lines in there that I love.
Thank you. I loved writing it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it is that pure.
Yeah.
It's that
feels
safe.
pure, but it also feels like really mature. Like it feels like a very mature love song of like it feels like the love is very deep and not superficial, and that song that's really hard to.
It is. Like it is, but it's like, you know, and like I don't know, they're like, because I don't know how it is for you, but like I'm like, I think I'm trying to like visualize the track list, but I'm like, I think that is the one. Are you looking at it? I mean, there's other songs about relationships, but that is the love song.
Yeah.
Because I can't write about it much. Like I find it when I've tried to write about it before, it's like kind of diminishes what it actually feels like.
Yeah.
And
super hard to capture.
Yeah. But that is super real for me. So I'm happy it's on there.
I love that one so much.
Thank
That
you.
one makes me really emo. I can't wait to hear you sing
Totally.
it. What's your favorite song on the record right now?
I love Playing the Knife right now.
Love.
Live is like, it's such a band song, and the band sounds so good playing it, and Men Like You is really fun. But it kind of is sometimes like vocal gymnastics sometimes. Like,
Yeah, that's hard.
but it's great. It's a good time.
Like you
I know. It makes me laugh for a girl.
Yeah, okay, I'll be sad.
Okay, give like, this is my office.
Don't come around here no more.
Don't come around here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, wait, what the hell? Okay, right? Okay, and now, and you seem so sad for a girl.
Yeah, okay, I'll be sad.
Okay, 3, 2. And hold it. Heaven.
Great.
Okay, no, but now you're so in love. 3, 2, 1, almost. Heaven.
Great. We're really telling a story here.
Yeah, we're really, yeah.
Visual art.
Yeah, we used to play this game as kids called emotional theater, where before we went to bed, we'd like face like backs to my dad, and he'd be like shocked. We'd turn like,
Oh,
this is beautiful for you, maybe.
Love. I saw this thing on TikTok the other day where like families are, it's like you choose a number and it's like 7, and they have to like act out what like they think emotionally 7, or like purple.
Give me
yeah. Okay, yeah.
give me pink.
Pink.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. That's gonna be nice. The mirror detail.
Yup.
Here, how about this?
Okay, selfie. Yeah. You're gonna fall.
Maybe on the mirror thing, because it'll be nice and glowy. Okay, ready? 3, 2.
Wait, I'm curious. You said that performing was never on your like bucket list as an artist. I'm curious, what is on your bucket list?
I feel like it's shifted in the past year because of certain people that I've met, or the way that I've like been reminded of what makes me feel the most challenged and like curious, and that's, you know, a lot of that has to do with the people that I've been lucky enough to surround myself with, like back at home, and like artists that I've met as a result of this kind of like nurtured home environment, I suppose, and like an eclectic mix of artists. Like even talking about the movie, like that was not ever something that I thought I would like even dare to consider attempting. And like, but I met this amazing woman whose brain like thrills me, and the idea of being in more rooms with people that are like so much smarter than me and whose work moves me, whether it's like music or sculpture or food or whatever the thing is. I'm like, I think my bucket list like right now is to try to surround myself with people who make me feel like that. You know what I mean? And like what you're saying, it's just like fun.
Yeah.
And
how did the movie come about? Like what was the process of doing that?
Helena Rain,
She's so great. I love her.
She's so smart and so strange, and like I love her work. And when I met her a few years ago, like down the street, actually, we got breakfast, and I just felt like I had known her before. Like there was some weird
kismet thing.
Yeah, and she sent me the script to read, which like to me was the end of the road. I was like, this is just so cool that you're letting me read this thing, and then just auditions and things and blah blah blah, and now she's letting me try, so that'll be nice.
I'm so excited. Where are you guys filming? Are you filming it here?
In Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I can't
excited.
wait.
How are you feeling about going back out on the road right now? Like with the, I don't know. I feel like it's been lovely to, even though we don't see each other every day, like grow up.
I know.
Together, and I feel like you seem so in your skin.
Oh, thanks.
And so, as a friend and fan, I'm curious how you feel about like re-emerging.
Oh,
you know?
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's such a big compliment. I feel really good. I feel like my perspective has shifted a little bit. I think I used to like really, like almost like beat myself up over things in a way where I was like, this song's not good enough, the performance is not good enough, and that's fine, and that's how you grow, and it's like good to have like an internal self-critic. Sometimes I think that's how you like evolve a little bit as an artist, but I feel like I'm still evolving, but I just really think that music is like this beautiful forum where people can connect and feel joy and feel catharsis, and like I don't know, something like clicked in my brain where I'm like, that if that's what it is, like why am I killing myself?
Yeah, why are you
hurting yourself? It should be joyful and wonderful, and like there's so much. It's not being lazy. It's just like there's so much joy in the work, and Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really excited, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be fun, but
I want to do. Are you? Well. Oh my God! Wait, just we have to talk about your Glastonbury set. That was a true highlight of the weekend. That was like first of all the best weekend of my life in terms of like the most fun I have ever had.
Most love I've ever felt to people around you.
But Olivia, our whole group, I can't remember who we were sprinting from, but it was one of those like, no one was looking at the clock, and I look at the clock, I was like, everyone, get in line. Like the hardest I've ever run to anything in my life, and I cried like 3 times watching you. It was the most insane thing, and I had to like get up on shoulders to be like, I need to see the full scope of this fucking crowd. It was like, it felt like the whole planet was there, and I kept just thinking back to like watching you perform for the first time and then seeing that, and it's just, you're the same like you're a very evolved person, but you are like, it restores one's faith in how this whole thing can run, that like truly decent people who believe in like the dignity of others gets to like reign supreme at Glastonbury. I was like, it really was amazing. What did it feel like? Did it feel like I think it
was like truly one of the most magical experiences of my whole life. And I've had this like,
I'm gonna cry for you again.
It was so gorgeous. I was so happy that you were there and we got to like see each other in passing. But I have like only ever had, like, you know when you're like writing a song and it feels like the heavens open up and they like give you a song and you're like, thank you. You know what I mean? It's very rare. Like I feel like I have like maybe 3 songs on the album where that happened. Like it's a beautiful, rare, it's like catching a butterfly in the net. It's like wonderful. But I only ever had that writing songs. I feel like I had that for the first time performing at Glastonbury. Like I felt out of my body. I was just like, okay, I'm here and I'm like letting the fucking universe flow through me right now.
I am the vessel.
It was so weird. I had a panic attack backstage. I was like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And I literally the second my boot stepped on stage, I was like, oh,
I can.
Like I love this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
But it was so great, and like we have a shared love for England too, and I feel like that just solidified my like love for England and English music, and like I can't wait to go again. We have to go next year and not perform so we can just have so much fun.
That's the fantasy.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just get a tent.
Yeah, let's get a tent. Let's go.
You didn't camp, did you?
No, I didn't. You guys camped though, didn't you?
We camped hard. We camped.
Was it fun?
Camped as in like I slept maybe 2 hours the entire weekend. Like you checked our
you got
steps.
to
I walked
perform on
like
Friday
60.
Too, right?
That's
so
Friday
lucky.
like 7:30. And also, Lorde, she put out her album that morning. So it was one of those, like, everything felt, like, correct, you know?
Love.
Such a joy. Anyway.
Okay.
Well, there's a reason we're not behind the camera.
Yes.
That's cute of you.
That one's cute of us. It's just the vague idea of us.
Wait, where's our, oh, yeah, that'll be nice. That's our mirror one.
Oh yeah,
that'll be nice in 2 hours.
2 hours in like a coloring session.
Well, listen. Yeah, I can show you some cute ones of Liv.
That's cute.
Here, look how beautiful she looks. Look at my pretty friend. So pretty. She's so pretty. So pretty. This is painful. This is painful.
Which one?
No, thank you.
Wait, I showed that to camera. You didn't like. I thought it was cute. As someone who just like loves you and watches you, I feel like your style has like never been cooler. Like, love your haircut so much.
I feel the same way about you, girl.
And
thank you.
Yeah. So how does that like play into things? Is that like an afterthought sort of thing, or is it something that you were thinking about while you were making the record?
No, I was certainly not thinking about anything visual. Like, honestly, no. In the same way that you, and I don't know how, it seems like your brain works like both at once at 100%.
It's tough sometimes, but.
Well, it doesn't seem tough. It's just flawless. But I feel like again, everything that comes outside of the writing is like, extra to consider. And I think more than anything, like I have found as I have continued to cut my hair off, I feel more like myself.
That's great.
So that's been nice. And I think like I look back on even the last tour, you know, aesthetic, being in dresses, for example. I'm like, the person I am today, I'm like, I don't know that I will ever perform in a dress. Like ever, just shit like this. You know what I mean? Where you kind of as like are being in this decade, things change quick and
You're just finding out who you are in front of people.
Yeah,
and, you know, it's an interesting
yeah. Now I have like no hair left to put a bow in. I'm like
no bows
but I have
left.
so much like softness, like fondness for those times. But I think it's interesting now. Like all the visuals for this album have felt as they've naturally unfolded to me at the same speed that the album itself did. And you know, Spencer Singer, who's my dear friend and stylist, he is so brilliant and like knows me so well now that I think everything that I put on every day when I like get to sit down and talk about the music or the way we shot the cover, and this amazing photographer Julie Grieve shot it. She's so amazing. I've been a fan of hers for so long, and I think the way that she captures like girlhood in her work is really different. It feels very raw, and I guess I just wanted all of this to feel not like I'm putting on a costume.
No,
ever.
for real. There's no artifice to be found in any of it. In like the visuals, in the songwriting, I think that's like my favorite part of it. It just feels so you. There's like no. Sometimes it's fun to do a little artifice and like every now and again, but like I love this record because it just feels so raw and like without any fabrication.
That's how your moment is to me right now.
Really? Oh, thank
you. It feels easy for you. Everything right now feels really, really aligned for you. So I feel like, I don't know, even sitting with you today, it feels
I think it's just
so
like we're
mellow.
growing up.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I know. We should be really stressed
Why aren't
right now.
we sweating?
I think it's just like, when did your first record come out? How old were you?
Well, for
Like
EP, I was, I think, 19 or something.
Just love that EP so much. But yeah, I just feel like,
How old were you?
Sour came out when I was 17.
What the fuck?
I know, isn't that weird?
That's so upsetting. That's
really
so
weird.
crazy, Olivia.
But you're just
Jesus. Olivia.
But yeah, I just feel like just as normal, like take the job away from it, you're just like finding out who you are as a person.
Yeah.
So much. Like the last 5 years, like I couldn't feel more different and more evolved, and like it's just so much fun that we have like such a blank canvas to like project that onto with our work and stuff like that. And I feel like I really see that in you too. The album feels like you've grown so much. Obviously, like I love the new sonics and like it's weirder and cooler and more interesting, and I adore it. And also just like the topics that you're talking about, I like feel like just as a fan of yours, like I couldn't have been on like Secret of Us. Like I feel like you've grown so much like as a person, and it's really evident.
Thank you.
And that's always just very exciting. And I'm so proud of you and adore you.
I really appreciate it so much, and I guess like that is how I am witnessing you in this moment, you know. And I think it's a relief, not just as someone who also writes music and does this, and not just as a friend, but as like a woman in the same decade as you. I think you, again, that we talked about at the very beginning of this thing, that like there is room and there is time, and I think allowing ourselves to really be where we are, and it's all gonna be okay. And I'm just happy to know you and love you.
Oh, lucky to know you too. And with that,
shall we skip off into the sunset?
Oh,
Lord.
Dude.